Well, hey Aries gang, how are you doing? Welcome to your love reading. This one is going to go a little different. The order is going to be as follows. The first part will be if you're dealing with someone. The second part, if you're looking for new opportunities. The third part will be about a past person. This is if you have Aries in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If you don't know that, you can see how to get that information box below, in the information box below for free. And also, there's information about how to apply the information that you get in my readings. And there's also information about various types and pricing on personal readings, which I have added back recently. So with that being said, Aries, if you are dealing with someone, let's take a look. Their energy, your energy, and the probable outcome for my Aries gang. Let's get started. And we give the zodiac signs with the caveat that that may or may not be what you need to hear the most. The message behind the cards is what is really important, okay? Many times the zodiacs that are associated with the cards are simply just placements in someone's chart. That being said, Aries, let's get to it. Their energy. All right, so you have air, fire, earth. Virgo specifically, earth again, and fire, earth, and fire. Okay, well, let me just say this. I see some struggles here. I see some positives and negatives. Let's just sum it up that way, okay? But I also see some positives about this thing. And apparently, you know, you're here because you need some help, or else, you know, if everything were going smoothly, you probably wouldn't be looking for a romantic tarot reading, right? So let's just get started with this. Okay. All right, so the positive, you know, I'm going to start with your energy on this thing. First of all, I think you're really struggling with the decision about it. You're kind of on the fence about some things. Maybe you're pondering some things. Balance, okay, could also be an issue. Maybe priorities being out of whack and the need to have patience, okay? And you do have a card of divine timing as well. Seven of Pentacles, trusting the process and understanding that life, relationships, whatever, it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? The Rome wasn't built in a day kind of thing, okay? This person is definitely not afraid to put in the work, because at the end of the day, knowing that over the long run, there is going to have to be abundance regarding this, or really anything that they are trying to manifest, okay? So, and you've got this card of being in hermit mode, maybe withdrawn, and it may be because you're kind of stepping back, trying to weigh out some things, okay? Looking at your person's energy, we're going to go into the reasons why I think you have taken a step back. You're kind of going inside, and this is great if this is what you're doing. You're kind of going inside and spending some time in solitude and kind of weighing things out and doing some meditation, okay? And just kind of, you know, pondering the whole thing. That's always good, you know, when you're not sure, is to go inside, because your intuition, that's where your intuition can talk to you. Let's go to your person's energy. All right, so you know what? In your person's energy, first of all, I see a lot of resistance and overburdened and, you know, just really choosing to carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, okay? And resisting taking time outs that are needed, okay? On the other hand, you're over here doing your thing, and they're not, okay? Right? Because, and you know, you got conflict here, but we'll get to this in a minute, but they're not. That's what this card speaks to, which tells me this, okay, energetically, and you know, if you've watched me for any length of time, you know what analogy I'm going to give. You know, when one person does the work, you came together here, and then one person does the work, energetically, you're no longer aligned, you're going to repel. That is the principles and basics of law of attraction, founded on the principles of Einstein, just pure science, okay? This is not hokey stuff. So, you know, that's kind of what I'm seeing from your person. A lot of conflict here. As I said, struggles, competitiveness, manipulative behavior many times, okay? And this could also speak to outsiders being allowed, hello, to have an influence and their opinions to have an impact on what goes on within the relationship. And guess what? Only the members of the relationship really know what is best as far as that relationship goes, okay? And, you know, if this is speaking to the conflict between the two of you, it's almost like, you know, see all these folks, they don't even know who's fighting who about what and how it even started. That many times is what I associate with this, okay? But definitely competitiveness many times, always in a hurtful way, okay? Just general drama. And you know what? Queen of Swords. And typically when I get the Queen of Swords, it's a positive card. However, and I will say this, okay, I think your person does have a lot of emotion here. However, because the Queen of Swords does, okay, but oftentimes this energy, and you know, I don't read gender, so don't get hung up on whether this is a queen or a king. It really doesn't matter here. The point, I read energies. There's no wrong way as far as gender reading goes. It doesn't really matter. It's just up to the reader, but this is how I read. I read the energies around the card. The thing that you have to understand about this card is this. It speaks to someone who many times, you know, has walls up to where they come across being abrupt and very guarded, okay? But underneath there very well is probably a lot of intelligence and wisdom and emotion, okay? But they're coming across like this, okay? And then also they're not stepping into their healing like you are, okay? So the heads up is you obviously have no control over what another person does, right? That's on them. Whether or not they decide to, you know, and doing the work, you have to go outside of the relationship. And that's not to say separate. I don't mean that. You know, I can't say yay or nay on that. But it takes both parties going into solitude by themselves and outside of the relationship to do energy work. And that's just even when, that's for general maintenance when things are going well. Okay, when you got conflict, it's really important, okay? All right, do I see you guys overcoming this? Yes, I do. All right, now, here's the thing. The energies lend themselves to this going forward, okay? I'm reading current and then the probable outcome. Does it look like your person is going to come around and do the right thing? Yes, it does. But energies can change. And the people that are involved in the situation have the capacity to change it in a positive or negative way. So understand that. But you know, I see you guys coming out of this, and I guarantee you this is a really strong soul connection, okay? First of all, this is a warrior and winner and equal recognition of each other's talents and abilities and skills and just, you know, overall value. A lot of abundance. You or your person may, you know, certainly be wealthy or do well. This doesn't always speak to financial wealth, but it certainly can. But it is speaking to overall abundance. And you know what's pretty cool? The reason I say this is a strong soul connection. Okay, first of all, this for me, and every reader's different. Six of Wands is one of my favorite cards, okay? But then, if that's not enough, you have the Four of Wands, which many readers associate with the 1111, you know, repeating numbers, synchronicity, which I'm sure you're familiar with. The Four of Wands is a long-term, happy home relationship, many times involving family, blended families, not always, children and sort of thing, but certainly long-term commitment / marriage associated with this card, okay? You know, many times, vacay, whatever. But do I think it's going to turn around? I do. Is it going to take work? Yes, it is. But that is certainly up to you to continue to do and your person, okay? Lost my rest of my deck, so I had to find that. But yeah, so, you know, I just say this. You know, I think you're good to take that Two of Pentacles mentality and just kind of see whether your person is willing to just talk the talk or whether they're going to walk the walk, okay? And that is something you have absolutely no control over, okay? So with that being said, let's move along to those of you Aries who may be looking for new opportunity. Aries who are looking for new opportunity. Let's get the energies around what you might need to know, heads up, advice, and that sort of thing, okay? All right, so we'll do one more good shuffle for my Aries folks and some cuts. Fiery Aries. Okay, so the energies around you. All right. Okay, all right. So you very well could have a Pisces or an Earth sign coming in. Zodiac signs are not what's important. But here's the thing. All right. You know how I talk about this a lot, about you manifest what you fear. If you are overly, you've got the Five of Pentacles here. If you are overly focused on loss or heartbreak coming again, okay, or losing someone again, you know, even if they came in with the best of intentions, very likely that you will manifest exactly what you fear. And the thing about it is, you're probably going to attract someone who is more than likely already has the propensity to bail or ghost you by being focused on that, okay? So, you know, beware of false promises, right? Somebody that promises you the sun, moon, and stars, okay? And then just doesn't deliver, okay? Or maybe uses you for you know what, right? Kind of a friends with benefit, but yet you didn't really realize that's what they meant. They didn't necessarily use those words, but they kind of skirted around, and you were kind of fooling yourself on this thing, okay? Moon reversed, okay? Don't look through this thing. Use your intuition. Do not look through rose-colored glasses with this thing, certainly. But at the same time, don't expect the worst. If you have that Murphy's Law mentality about relationships, guess what? That's exactly what you're going to manifest. And you know what? The High Priestess in reverse you have here. Again, don't be overly withdrawn and, you know, be afraid to be vulnerable because you are focused on loss, okay? It's all about opening your eyes and seeing the truth and taking folks at face value. You're not fearing vulnerability, okay? But you're not stupid either. It's a healthy balance between the two. You know, not to be withdrawn and overly focused on loss, but then don't look through rose-colored glasses and fool yourself either, okay? It's a healthy balance between the two. Certainly nothing wrong with taking your time and observing and watching people, because if you let people, they will actually tell you what their intentions are. If you just don't fool yourself, right? And you just be open-minded and just watch and observe. People will tell you what they're about, what their motives are, and what their goals are, for great or for not great, okay? Time with a person and your intuition, right? Turning this in the upright, okay? And this moon in the upright where truths come to light, where, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, it's kind of a healthy balance of, you know, on the one hand, it's kind of like this. There is more to it than what you see and hear. Certainly you take stock in that, but you watch actions too, right? Is the person walking the walk, or are they just talking the talk, okay? There is your measure. Okay, so with that being said, singles, I hope that was helpful to you. All right, so past person. Let's take a look, Aries, at your past person, and see what we can find out. If you haven't already done so, guys, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, okay? And comment below, because I love hearing from you guys, okay? All right, Aries, past person. Let's take a look. Ooh, drop the cards. One more good shuffle, just for good measure, right? All right, past person. Let's take a look. Past person. What are the energies around the past person? Well, okay. Here's the thing. Really interesting. You know, first of all, I think many of you are in limbo about the situation, okay? And you've got two twos. You got the Two of Cups in reverse, the Two of Pentacles upright, struggling with making a decision to release this thing, when actually this person has already released you. And this is telling you that it's putting too much time into something. It's kind of like good money after bad, okay? And you're, you know, if you were to go forward with this thing, it would be neglecting yourself, right? You know, it's like, don't lose yourself and put yourself in the identity of another relationship or a person, right? Wheel of Fortune, all about flowing and trusting the process and knowing that good things are going to happen. But this is a change of fortune, okay? But, you know, typically when that comes up in the upright, it's speaking to, you know, pursuing new cycles, okay? And, you know, understanding that you cherish the lessons from these things, okay? Probably was a very, in your opinion, in your feeling, a very intense soul connection, okay? That is associated with this card, but it's in the reverse. So I think it's I really think it's unrequited because you've got that Two of Cups again in the reverse, okay? So I think it was intense on your side, okay? But not on theirs, okay? So, you know, and let's get some additional info on this past person. Gonna get a little info on their feelings about it and your feelings about it, okay? And we'll just kind of go from there. But that's kind of my overall on this past person, okay? This one flew out, so we're going to take it. Ace of Pentacles, but in the reverse, I need to evaluate their motives and see where the real values lie in this thing. That was in their energy, okay? Seven of Cups reversed. There's no spark in this, okay? Empress reversed, kind of a disaster. Okay, in your energy, the Four of Swords, okay? Oh, Strength reversed also. By the way, we have Earth, Water, Aries, Water, Earth, Air, and this is Leo specifically. Strength reversed is basically saying there's no purpose to go forward with this, no strength in this. Boom. That's the literal meaning when no power in this whenever you see this. And it's all about laying low from the situation. And if that wasn't enough, you've got a repeat of that same information in the Four of Swords telling you to take a break from this and to go inside. Boom. And seek the knowledge and the wisdom and raising your vibration from all of this thing. That's kind of what I'm seeing as an overall, right? All about researching your situation and examining the underlying issues, okay, and going from there. The Empress advice is all about stepping out on your own and finding the power within yourself. Let's get some Moonology for you guys. All Aries, real quick. Conclusions are within reach, okay? Very nice. It's all up to you and what you decide. New starts for many of you are coming. Very great. Go, go, go. And for some of you, and I like this, Capricorn may mean something to you, may not, but the end of a tough cycle is approaching, right? So very encouraging. I'm going to leave you guys with one of my quotes from my now redone 3x5 deck, right? Here we go. Let's see what we got. Outside of the comfort zone is where the magic happens. And guess what's inside your comfort zone? Toxicity. Yep, stagnation. Think on that for a little bit. With that being said, Aries, I wish you all the best and much healing. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Like this video because it helps us creators on YouTube. And comment below because I so love hearing from you guys. Much love to all of you guys.